All right, this is Firecrackers, and just as we begin to wind down on the show tonight, let's see if we can take these reports on sexual harassment as a symposium was conducted by a particular group here in Lagos to see how GBV can be curbed in campuses here in Nigeria. We'll take that report and then we'll come back and get to wind down on the show as we are live in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. That's in a moment. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Gathered in this hall are students from different universities across Nigeria, and they are here to be equipped with tools to tackle the menace of sexual harassment on campuses. An event put together by the Women at Risk International Foundation WARIF in partnership with the joint EU and UN Spotlight Initiative. It's a symposium on the prevention of campus sexual violence in Lagos, following their first ever online classroom training on this topic. These students will then take the knowledge learned from the online training and the symposium to their various universities and help in the development of policies and other solutions to end sexual violence and harassment in Nigeria.
WARIF as an organization has implemented the first ever virtual online classroom session. It has been covered by over 3,000 students in over 106 universities. As an organization, our overarching objective is the prevention of rape, sexual violence, and trafficking of young girls in communities across Nigeria. In our tertiary institutions, some studies have suggested that there is a prevalence of at least 1 in 5, either young men or young women, that sadly are survivors of gender-based violence. It is our hope that with the implementation of a program such as this, we're able to change the narrative by involving not just the student bodies, but the school authorities in ensuring that policies are in place, strengthening those that exist, ensuring safe spaces for young men and women, and hopefully reducing the cases of gender-based violence in many of these tertiary institutions.
We are very grateful to the joint EU-UN Spotlight Initiative for sponsoring this project. It's the first of its kind, and it is a virtual or online classroom session on the prevention of sexual violence in campuses across Nigeria. Due to the COVID pandemic, we had to take it online, and we're very grateful to have over 3,000 students participate in this training from over 106 universities, and we give them this knowledge, and they have now become ambassadors of WARIF and of the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, and they'll take this knowledge to their different universities, set up policies, set up groups and bodies to fight this issue of sexual violence in their different schools, and also extend it to their communities.
I volunteer for WARIF because I derive fulfillment in seeing the less privileged and less informed happy from my service to them. So far I've joined the community sensitization for rape to create safety for young girls and other people affected by this incident of rape.
When I came across the program by WARIF on social media, I applied, and it has been an eye-opener because there are some things that we don't even know, like the he for she. I never knew that I have a part to play and how I could play my part in protecting the females around me, whether you know or you don't know. So it's actually very interesting. I'm so glad I'm part of the program.
So during the online session by WARIF for gender-based violence, I learned the fact that there's a movement. There's something like an ambassador on campus where we were trained to be school ambassadors, whereby if we find out somebody's been abused or raped either by a fellow student or by a lecturer, there are steps at which you can take to getting help for the person and also bringing the perpetrator to book. I realized that it's not just a one-day thing that you just say, you know what, speak up as a rape victim. It takes time for rape victims or sexually abused victims to actually open up and all of that. And then today also, I learned it was emphasized on the he for she movement, was emphasized on, although I learned that online, but then we have a lot of men that's part of WARIF, and it's very, very impressive that they are joining the movement to curb gender-based violence.